Alright, today we are talking about our very first section in accounting, so if you happen to miss this one, we're going to go over it today, but our first chapter is all about starting a proprietorship and changes that affect the accounting equation. So our first section here, it's pages 6 through 8. If you were absent from class, you should read this section to get everything because I won't be going over everything in a large amount of detail like I do in class. Also make sure on page 7 of the text that you read the blue box that is titled Business Structures. So just a little bit about accounting. We have a lot of terms in this first section. So first of all, I always get asked the question, what is accounting? And accounting is planning, recording, analyzing, and interpreting financial information. This is the backbone for every business. Every single business has to have an accountant. Our accounting system is a planned process for providing financial information that will be useful to management. Accounting records, organized summaries of a business financial activities, and then financial statements. These are financial reports that summarize the financial condition and operations of a business. So, the business we're going to be using in the first 8 chapters, I believe, of this textbook is a company called Techno Consulting. And this is a service business. They go ahead and they provide different technology services to people. So say your computer was broken down, they would come and fix it. So a service business, they perform an activity for a fee. This is a proprietorship. It is a sole proprietorship, which means only one person owns it, and her name is Kim. You're going to see these accounting concepts. They are very important in the accounting world, and this is our very first one, which is the concept business entity. That is applied when a business's financial information is recorded and reported separately from the owner's personal financial information. For example, if I were to start a business, I would have to keep my business's cash separate from my personal cash. So you would need, like, say, 2 separate checking accounts for that. Now, what this first section is all about, and basically what all accounting is about, is right here, your accounting equation. In the accounting equation, your assets must equal your liabilities plus owner's equity. So this is our whole accounting equation. It's going to be true for everything you do from Accounting 1 through Accounting 4 if you choose to take all of the accountings that I offer. So our assets are just basically anything that you own and has value. So it could be a car, a house, furniture, anything you own that has value. Now, your liabilities, that is how much you owe on something. So say you own a $20,000 car, but you maybe owe $10,000 on your car. So that is a liability to you, anything that you need to pay. And then we have our equity. That's financial rights to the assets of a business. So there's 2 parts of this: equity to those whom money is owed, and also equity of the owner. So how much they own. So if you owed $10,000 on your car, you would have owned $10,000 of your car as well too. And that's just, I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but we'll be covering that more in the rest of this chapter. But just know that your accounting equation must always equal. This here is just the terms I talked about as well. You can pause it if you want to look over this. Here's our accounting equation again, and I just really want to point out that your left side and the right side must always be equal. Same as any equation that you would learn in a math class. Last thing to talk about in this first section is ethics. Ethics are becoming a serious problem in the business world. They now have to take ethics class. If you're going for a business degree at Minot State, there's a required class just about ethics. And ethics is the principles of right and wrong that guide an individual in making decisions. And business ethics is the use of ethics in making business decisions. So if you're working somewhere, should I steal that money or should I not steal that money? Should I take this pop without drinking it or not? Those are all part of business ethics. So with every section that we do, there are 3 things we are going to do, or I should say you are going to do. The first one is that we are going to do the work together, and then you do the on your own of course, and then the application problem is something that you will do and turn in for a grade. So the work together, this is on page 9 of your textbook. It says work together 1-1, completing the accounting equation. Write the answers to the following problem in the working papers. I will guide you. So here I am guiding you. So for each line, fill in the missing amount to complete the accounting equation. So our first one here, our assets, like we said before, our assets need to equal our liabilities plus owner's equity. And this is just like any equation you would have done before. So if this needs to equal 3,000 plus 8,000 would be 11,000. Now, just like you would solve your equation here, our assets is 10,000 equals, we can call this X right here if that helps you, plus owner's equity. So if we subtract 6,000 from 10,000, you would now get 4,000. And I'm going kind of fast through this because I assume this is something you possibly have already covered before in a math class. Same concept. It's just going to be here, and I'm bringing up my calculator because I want to make sure I do the next one right. So our next one, we have assets 63,000, liabilities is 35,000. If you subtract those two, you will get your owner's equity. I'm going to do it quickly on here to make sure I don't have the wrong answer to give you, and you should get 28,000. No shame in using a calculator. So that is the work together. Now on your own, pretty self-explanatory. You should be fine doing that one. But if you did miss class, like always, your homework is going to be the application problem 1-1, and that is on page, let me find it in here. It is on page 19. Same thing, there's just more of these basic ones. This will be your first grade for the class, so no shame in using a calculator to double check your work or to just plain do your work. When you're done, please put your name on it and turn it in, and have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.